What's up, YouTube? Timmy's here with new Little Mermaid remake out now. Here's my review for the original Little Mermaid anime film, and that is the iconic 1989 version. Now the Little Mermaid from 1989 was the 28th Disney film at the time, and got released on November 17th, 1989. And also featured like music by Alan Menken, featuring a really good cast that includes the likes of Jodie Benson as the voice of Ariel. You also have Christopher Dennett Bond as the voice of Prince Eric, the late great Pat Carroll as Ursula, who is one of the most iconic villains of the. There, you of course have iconic actor Kenneth Mars as King Triton, Samuel E. Wright as Sebastian, Buddy Hackett as Scuttle. Now, of course, you guys don't really know much about the original Little Mermaid. It was, of course, Disney's anime film about rebellious 16-year-old mermaid named Ariel, voiced by Jodie Benson, who was fascinated with life on land, and on one of her visits to the surface, which often been by her controlling fire King Triton, she falls for like a human prince and is determined to be with her new love. And so of course Ariel makes like a dangerous deal with Ursula, played voiced by Pat Carroll. She become like human for 3 days. And of course like when plans don't go where for the Star-Crossed lover, the king must like take the ultimate sacrifice here. And the original anime movie, I mean, it's not really like my favorite anime film, like my favorite Disney film of all time, but it is terrific. And I just rewatched it on Disney Plus not so long ago, and of course, it was actually, I guess you could say, the last Disney anime film of the '80s and on, and I guess you could say maybe the last Disney film of that golden age. Of course, like at the time there was some really iconic ones, whether you talk about Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, and all. And The Little Mermaid is definitely up there. Of course, the cast of characters, whether you talk about the bird Scuttle, whether you talk about, the crab, Sebastian the Crab, voiced wonderfully by Samuel E. Wright. I mean, R.I.P. Samuel. He was always terrific. Sebastian. Uh, of course, R.I.P. Pat Carroll. I loved her as Ursula. Definitely one of the most iconic Disney villains of all time. I mean, the animation was really decent. The music, of course, whether you talk about Part of Your World, Kiss the Girl, also iconic. They'll definitely be stuck in your head, especially they'll be stuck in your head after watching the live action one too. But yeah, I've always enjoyed the original. It definitely has a really decent like. Maybe out of all the Disney princesses, Ariel will probably be one of my favorite there. I mean, I've always adored the Ariel character, and of course, there's who do not love mermaids. Whether you talk about like Daryl Hannah's Splash character, or whether you talk about Aquamarine and all. I just love some good mermaid stories, and Little Mermaid is one of the most iconic ones there is, and it's terrific. I mean, of course, based on the iconic novel by Hans Christian Andersen. The direction was great, of course, from the same directors who gave us Moana, The Great Mouse Detective. Who remembers that? But yeah, Little Mermaid is definitely one of the best anime movies of the '80s. Probably my favorite anime film of the '80s would be Land Before Time, but Little Mermaid is still definitely up there. But that aside, if you've never seen the original Little Mermaid, I say definitely watch it before you go ahead and maybe check out the remake. Uh, it is on Disney Plus. Do yourself a favor, give it a go. There are some stuff that probably won't go well to today's standards, but it's still a really terrific watch. Anyway, let me let you guys. Have you ever seen 1989's The Little Mermaid? If so, what sort? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Uh, if you had saw the remake, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the 1989 version or do you prefer the recent remake? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon signing.